Let her cook. Y'all stop being petty. Stop being catty, because she like a double-edged sword. She cutting tail left and right, and it's bothering y'all, and I see it. Let's go, Kate.
Have you heard? Caitlin Clark is finally taking action after the playoffs, and it's ruffling some feathers. Both the WNBA and ESPN, to put it mildly, are furious. They're not pleased to see her claiming her value, and it's driving them crazy.
Let me say this. I love the point that you made about Caitlin Clark in terms of the BS that she had to deal with off the court. We got to remember she's been box office. She was the main attraction, and there were so many storylines that's been associated with her. Most recently, the whole thing with her and Cheryl Swoops, even though it really wasn't her. It was Cheryl Swoops and all this. Every time you turned around, there was something that she had to deal with.
After her debut WNBA season, Caitlin Clark has decided to head to Europe for the offseason. ESPN, however, is not pleased. They're throwing a fit like spoiled children, acting as if they have any authority over her. After years of downplaying the league's biggest star, they don't get to dictate whether Clark stays or leaves. They ignored the immense pressure she faced and never stepped in when she needed support the most. Now, with her gone, they're left scrambling because WNBA viewership is dwindling. The big question on everyone's mind: will Clark leave the WNBA entirely to play overseas? Many news articles circulating online are unreliable at best, but here's what we know for sure. She's already left the US for what amounts to a 200-day European offseason. Whether she'll play in European leagues, however, remains to be seen, but here's the latest we have.
Now, with that news, we've already heard from Caitlin Clark that she will not be playing overseas. She won't be playing in any organized basketball organization. She actually said that she is going to become a professional golfer during this offseason.
Yes, you heard correctly. Caitlin Clark is ready to kick off her professional golf career during the offseason. After dominating the basketball court and igniting the WNBA, she's now aiming to make her mark in golf and set new records. And for those who might not know, she was also an outstanding soccer player during her college years.
Her highlights from one game where she scored 3 goals. That's right, 3 goals in one game. And I know these highlights are far from HD 4K, so I zoomed in after each goal so you could get a closer look. Caitlin does such a good job of staying on sides here, and then the second that pass goes through, she puts on the afterburners and then hammers it home low right.
This is what truly sets Caitlin Clark apart from other WNBA players. She's a versatile athlete who can leave her mark and achieve greatness in any sport. Now that she's heading overseas, ESPN and the WNBA have finally realized she's the golden goose. But it's too late. Her ship has already sailed across the Atlantic.
Instead of owning the fact that what really was their objective and what really was their agenda is that they resented the fact that this young lady who came into the league, took it by storm, and drew in a level of attention that they weren't able to draw.
Given how poorly the WNBA and her rivals have treated her this year, the big question now is whether Caitlin Clark should stay in the WNBA or move to a better league in Europe or elsewhere, just like many of her teammates have done.
But now during this offseason, the players are already moving around. So a couple players have already announced that they are going overseas. We have Kelsey Mitchell going to play in China, Nalissa Smith also playing in China, and Nalissa Smith is one where there was a big question mark around her if she would be returning to the Indiana Fever, but she'll be going to play in China, and Temi Fagbenle will be playing in Turkey.
Although Caitlin has stated she won't be joining any European league and may return to the WNBA next season, the real question remains: should she stay in the WNBA and risk further damage to her fitness, reputation, and overall potential?
None of it addresses my point. My point is, she's the golden goose. You have been clamoring for attention. You've been clamoring for more cachet, fair and equitable treatment, chartered jets, weight room facilities, dollars, marketing opportunities, etc., etc., etc.
Wherever Caitlin goes, her fans are sure to follow. So wouldn't it make sense for her to join a better league? Keep in mind that European leagues offer higher salaries, lucrative bonuses, and far superior playing conditions compared to the WNBA.
With the WNBA season ending for many teams, there are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season. But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even return.
Many players have already taken their talents overseas after growing frustrated with the WNBA authorities. Take Gabby Williams, the Seattle Storm forward. For example, she voiced complaints about low salaries and the lack of promotional opportunities in the league. Instead of addressing her concerns, the WNBA chose to ignore her. Gabby even called out the WNBA commissioner for misleading players.
During her exit interview, Storm player Gabby Williams warned the WNBA, if you want to keep international players, you need to do better. So here's what she had to say.
The W thinks that they don't have to pay us more in order for us to be here. And I think I didn't express that when I first talked about prioritization. Our commissioner talked about us being able to, make 700,000. That's not true at all. There's not one player who makes that. And we were promised, team marketing agreements and league marketing agreements, but they've fallen quite short. So it's still not enough for us international players to want to stay here. And that's a choice of the players. If I make a choice to make more money and whatever, and then teams are mad that I don't come back, but that's how it is. So yes, it just, the WNBA, if you want us to be here, you have to pay us more. It's business. It's how it works.
After her concerns were ignored, Gabby Williams had no choice but to seek better opportunities and signed with the Turkish team Fenerbahçe SK in 2024. This highlights exactly what's wrong with the WNBA. They don't genuinely care about their players. They turn a blind eye to low salaries, constant fouling, and even blatant disrespect from other players.
And specifically, a lot of these casual fans who have come into watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, who plays a smooth style of basketball, who shoots from really far away, who makes great passes, who handles the ball well. People are coming for a style of play that is similar to that. They are not looking for post players to be posting up on one another, drop step, one step to the basket, cheap shots, fouls, slow style of basketball. They want to see a run and gun game. And I think that is the most exciting way to watch a women's game.
Caitlin Clark has arguably been the biggest victim of WNBA authorities. She's been disrespected, mocked, and ridiculed by jealous veterans, while her detractors went out of their way to target her on the court. Remember the infamous eye poke incident? Dijanai Carrington committed a blatant foul against Clark and shamelessly celebrated it with her teammates during the game, while the WNBA simply stood by and did nothing, letting fair play and sportsmanship be mocked. Angel Reese repeated similar celebrations after brutal fouls on Clark, yet again the WNBA ignored it completely. Even when Kennedy Carter came off the bench to score 12 points, there was no outrage. ESPN also failed to support Clark. They never called out her attackers for their blatant abuse against one of the best WNBA players in recent memory.
There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark has had enough of being mistreated in the WNBA. She received nearly 20% of all flagrant fouls this season, yet the league and ESPN largely ignored the abuse she faced from opponents. Despite carrying the Indiana Fever and boosting ratings, attendance, and revenue, she was disrespected on and off the court. Now that she's taking a break and heading overseas, the WNBA is feeling the impact. Viewership is dropping, and it's clear they missed the chance to build the league around her. Clark deserves better, and her departure shows just how much the league and media failed to support their biggest star.